1971 to 1974. Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Trawler.
Game 36, Pirates at Giants. Welcome back, baseball fans. Another opening day in the 1971-74 Carryover League. We're in the National League. Big series, big important series for two playoff teams, perennial playoff teams in the era. The Pittsburgh Pirates visit the San Francisco Giants. This is a very determined series for both teams, wanting to get out to a quick start, win a series, and then just keep rolling from there. No flat tires this year, gang. Not for these two squads, but it's going to be for one of them. One of them's not going to be very happy when this series is over. Pirates have stumbled. This is their last crack with the 71 World Series roster intact. 8 of them, 8 players. And then they're on their own as they get through the 70s. For the Giants, they came awfully close a couple times, only to fall short in the League Championship Series twice and then the Divisional Series. And now they're getting very old. And they keep running this thing back with Juan Marichal and Willie McCovey as long as they can. But eventually, they're going to get old and disappointed. So who knows what the future has for these two squads. But yeah, this is very important. I tell you, of all the opening day series thus far, the loser of this series is going to be very ticked off, I would say. I mean, the Cincinnati Reds, they lost their first series to the Astros, but they were still drinking the bubbly of the World Series championship a year ago. They had a little bit of a hangover, so you can understand them stumbling a bit. But anyway, today's starting pitchers for your Pirates is Steve Blass, a.k.a. the winning pitcher in Game 7 of the 1971 World Series in Baltimore versus Mike Cuellar, according to the history books. He would be 15-8 with a 2.85 ERA and 240 innings in 70 for the Pirates. And a big reason why they got that World Series win. And for the San Francisco Giants, the legend, the myth, the most amazing pitcher in Strat from a couple years ago. He's a little salty last year, but Juan Marichal, his 71 card is 18-11 with a 2.94 ERA and 279 innings. That magical 69 card of Marichal won me a couple Cy Young Awards a couple of years ago, but 3 or 4 years ago now. He's getting a little bit older. And yeah, big stakes in this series. Pirates, Giants from Candlestick Park. Let's get started. Leading off, Rennie Stennett for the Pirates. 310 is a base hit. Al Oliver. A couple improvements for Al this year. He's batting second instead of 8th and playing center field instead of first base. 63, Pitcher X. Marichal's an E34. A 2, E34, and he lucks out with a GBC. Avoids the error. Runner goes to second for Roberto Clemente. 59, second C. Runner goes to third for Willie Stargell. 312, flies to center field. Stargell is using his 71 card. We'll get into him next time he comes up. More information about Willie. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Giants is Gary Matthews. 1-8 is a strikeout. Tito Fuentes, 59, rolls to second. And Willie McCovey, 2-6 is a K. Top of 2, Manny Singh Ian, 37 is a base hit. Richie Hebner, 52, flies to right. Bob Robertson, 2-7 is a K, and with 2 outs, it's Dave Parker, the Cobra, the rookie, his first Major League at-bat, folks. 111 is a ground ball to third for Baby Snakes. I guess we call the Cobra since he's a rookie. Baby Snakes Parker. All right, bottom of 2. It's Bobby Bonds. 55, short X, but unfortunately they have, well, they got Milbourne, a 338 short, isn't too bad. That is going to be an error in E38. Yes, he's an error in E34. Bonds reaches. Sanguine's got a -3 arm. Bonds will stay put at first base. For Ed Goodson, 5-10's a walk. 2 on for Crispier, Crunchier, Chris Spire, 2-4, Sky's the center. Jim Howarth, 48, is a single dot off the blast card. And the Giants get a run and lead 1-zip. Runner goes to third. Goodson's at third. Howarth at first with 1 out. It'll be Fran Healy. 2-6. Let's take a look. Fran Healy's card. Boy, these Giants had catchers coming out the yin-yang. They have Fran Healy, they have Dick Dietz, and they had to let Dave Rader go. So yeah, can't carry 3 catchers during the season. Dave Rader got picked up by the Rangers, I think. Fran Healy here eventually gets traded to the Royals, but hits .280 in 1971 for the Giants with this card. 2-6 is a single to right field. 1 run scores. Howarth, 14 runner, and will not challenge Clemente. First and second, 1 out for Rich Reese, the new first baseman. 5-12's a K. Rich Reese, a slick fielding first baseman, doesn't hit much. That means that Mr. McCovey moved to designated hitter, where he couldn't have done this in the National League of that era. Gary Matthews, 55, short X. This is Larry Milbourne again, a 3-38. He had made an error to start this inning. And now that's a single dot. That will load the bases with 2 outs for Tito Fuentes. 58, flies to right. 2-0 Giants. Larry Milbourne, 6'10", center X. Center fielder is Bonds. That's a 1E2. You're not getting on that defense. Bernie Stennett, 47's a K, in with 2 outs. Al Oliver, 62, second X. Second baseman Fuentes, 2E6. Nice defense. Willie McCovey, 310, is a fly ball to right B plus an injury, but he's a DH, so he don't get no injury there. Doesn't get the DH injury, so that's another advantage to him not playing first base. Bobby Bonds, 55, short X. Milbourne again, 338, makes the play. And Ed Goodson, 1-5, rolls a second. Let's go to the fourth. Roberto Clemente leading off. 112 rolls to the pitcher. And now Pop Stargell. Let's take a look at the Stargell card. I started to talk about this before. So this incredible Stargell card was brought into the league a couple years ago. First year using this insane card that hits you 48 home runs and with a .295 batting average, 83 walks. I hit .202 with it, and the Pirates had a losing record. Last year he made progress. He had about .260 with it. But still, 2 years of underachievement for Willie Stargell with this card has a lot to do with the Pirates missing the playoffs. So, cross my fingers. Hopefully Willie just rips it up this year so that the 3-year average is pretty on point. So we're hoping for a huge year for Willie Stargell to make up for past discretions. With that expectation, here is the pitch. 66 is a base hit. See that? Talked him up, got a base hit. Manny Sanguine. 1-8 is single 1-2-3. He lines out on a 9. And with 2 outs, Richie Hebner. 2-3 pops the third. Bottom of the fourth. Chris Spire, 56 Ks. Jim Howarth, 35. Double 1 of 14 for him is a base hit. C Stealer. Fran Healy, 59, second C. Runner at second, 2 outs for Rich Reese. 3-6. It's double 1-2, single ... That's a double and an RBI. The Giants get their 3rd run. Lead 3-zip. Runner at second with 2 outs for Gary Matthews. 65. Skies the center field. We go to the 5th. Bob Robertson. 63. Pitcher X, Marichal, E34. You got out of one of these, but you can't get out of that one. That's an error. Runner at first for the Cobra, the Baby Snakes. Dave Parker, 1-7, double 1 of 4, base hit. Runners on the corners. Pirates have something going. Going to play back with a 3-0 lead and pitch to Larry Milbourne. 34, pops to short. Playing back now for Rennie Stennett. 2-11 is short B. Fielder's choice cannot turn a double play, so a run will score. An unearned run scores. Stennett is at first after the fielder's choice. It is a 3-1 game. Al Oliver is the tie run with 2 outs, and here's the pitch. 2-3 pops to third base. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay, bottom of the 5th for the Giants. 3-1 lead, pitcher's game between Blas and Marichal. Tito Fuentes will lead off. 65, skies the center. Willie McCovey, 1-3, grounds to first. And Bobby Bonds, 66, flies to right field. We go to the 6th inning. It's Roberto Clemente. 56, double 1-2 is a base hit. Your tie run. Here he is, Willie Pop Stargell. 2-10 is a strikeout. Manny Sanguillen. 65 flies to center field, and with 2 outs, it's Richie Hebner. 4-12 flies to right field. So far, so good for Marichal in his home park, pitching well. 3-1 for the Giants. Bottom of the 6th. Easy Ed Goodson. 46 is a base hit into center field. Now, this team has talked about defense for him, as he's very bad at it, and they're going to have Bobby Heiss run for him and come in and play defensively at third base. Chris Spire. 66 flies to right. Jim Howarth. 35 again, same role as last time. Double 1-14, another double. Or he gets the double this time. So you have 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. They're going to bring it up now for Fran Healy. 33 short, runners hold at 2nd and 3rd. Big out here. Rich Reese in a 3-1 game with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs. Big at bat here. The pitch. 2-9 is a pop to second base. Rolling here in San Francisco. Nice quick pace to this, like there's a pitch clock or something, you'd almost think. As you go to the top of the 7th inning of a 3-1 classic, Marichal's a starter 8. Blas is also a starter 8. It's Bob Robertson. 5-11 is short X, but you got Crispier, a 2E22. He's crispier, he's crunchier, even less calories. He makes the play. Dave Parker. Let's take a look at old baby snakes Parker. Here he is, the Cobra. So, if you follow the draft, we did not think Dave Parker would be drafted. And you're saying, why the heck not? Well, because some guy named Roberto Clemente is still participating in the league, and he will. He finishes 1972, his tragedy on New Year's, but that card, we can have that 72 card play all the way through to 1975. So the timelines cross, which means Parker's going to lose some playing time as a young kid. That's okay. Parker hits 288, 139 at-bats, and the Pirates decided to get him into the league now before some other team poached him out of the organization. Like the Phillies did with Gary Maddox. He should have been a Giant, but it isn't. The Giants are going to hold on to Bobby Bonds too long. And that seems like their punishment. Anyway, here is the pitch to Dave Parker. 57 is a K. And with 2 outs, Larry Milbourne. 38 is a roller, 2 short. Juan Marichal grinding out at least another one for his fans. Huge success for me in Strat-O-Matic, and he's putting on another show today. An unearned run through 7 frames. Stretch time at Candlestick Park. We are, of course, listening to It's a Family Affair. It is Sly and the Family Stones, 1971. This is the first year of the timeline. There's a riot going on. Just like a baby, family affair. You caught me smiling. Yeah. Great stuff by San Francisco's very own Sly Stone and Company. Bottom of the 7th. Giants trying to add to their lead against Steve Blas, who gave up a couple unearned runs here in the 2nd and a run in the 4th, but otherwise has matched Marichal otherwise. Gary Matthews. 34 rolls a short. Tito Fuentes, 1-5, rolls a 2nd. And Willie McCovey, 39 is a walk. And let's get a pinch runner for the DH. A much quicker footed player. Let's get J.L. Lou out there. He'll run for him. Take over DH. And it's Bobby Bonds. 110 for Bonds is a single to left field. J.L. Lou, 11, 12, 13, will not take on the Stargell arm. And with 2 outs, it'll be Bobby Heiss. 66 off a blast is a fly ball to right field. All right, all the defense we have is in the game now for the Giants. 6 outs to get. Retooled Giants bullpen this year. Gone are Don McMahon, and also gone is, well, the only returning relievers from a year ago are Steve Hamilton and Don Carruthers. Joining them are Mike Caldwell and Charlie Williams. 3 of those are easier pitchers, by the way. But Marichel's a starter 8, so he will go as far as he can go. And here it is, Rennie Stennett leading off in the 8th. 45 pops to short. Al Oliver. 37 flies to right, and with 2 outs, it's Roberto Clemente. 37 is a K. What a day from Mr. Marichel. Blast has done everything he can as well. He's going to continue in the 8th. It'll be Chris Spire. 47, single 1 of 17 gets it. Jim Howarth, what a debut for the 1972 Giant center fielder, outfielder, first baseman. He is the guy they held on to, for better or for worse. I think they needed him because he was left-handed versus Maddox being right-handed. Ouch. But anyway, he's 3 for 3 today. Pitch to Jim Howarth. 110, flies right. Fran Healy. 211, it's a 6-4-3 double play. We'll go to the 9th inning. Marichel is going to try and finish what he started, a 3-1 game. It's Willie Stargell, is 1 for 3 today. The pitch to Willie. 310 is a fly ball to right field. That'll be Manny Sanguin. Let's take a look at Sanguin. In 1972, hit 298, 7 home runs. They actually could not get his 71 card in the league because they had too many of them. You could only keep 8 guys from 71 on that Pirate team. Funny part about it is the Pirates had the best record in baseball in 72 and did not even go to the World Series. They lost to the Reds in the LCS. Sanguin, though, has the -3 arm and definitely worth bringing up in 72. And here is the pitch. 47 off Marichel is a strikeout. And it comes down to this. Richie Hebner. Let's take a look at Richie. 72 Hebner as well. 300 hitter with 19 home runs. Fantastic third baseman. And the pitch to Richie Hebner. 2-7 is a roller to third base, and that is a complete game. What a defiant game for Marichel. Retired the last 12 batters in a row. Magnificent start for one ageless Marichel. 2-time Cy Young winner. Did not pitch particularly well last year. But he starts this year out with a bang. And the Giants are up 1-0 in the series. Marichel gets a complete game victory. 5 hits, a run. It was unearned. No walks. 6 strikeouts. 6 and a complete game. Wow. Blast gets a complete game in defeat. 9 hits and 3 runs. Only 1 of those was earned. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts in his complete game. Good quality pitching this year in the 71-74 carryover league. We'll look at those composite stats in a moment. 0624 to 406. Pittsburgh at San Francisco. Well, if it's any consolation of the Pirates, their neighbors in the National League North, the Cincinnati Reds, lost 3 out of 4 to the Astros. So that's good news for the Pirates in case they get out of the blocks slowly. So let's look at the year-to-date numbers. We have 36 games in the books, and the league is hitting .261, .323 on base with a .336 ERA and a .139 WHIP through 36 games in the very, very young season, as we've only just gone past half of the opening day matchups. All right, that's it. At the end of the video, we'll give you the results of games 2. Game 2 in San Francisco will be Ron Bryant for the Giants against Bob Moose. Then when we go to Pittsburgh, Rooker in 3, Alan Foster in Game 4 if necessary. The Giants will send Jim Barr and Bill Parsons, acquired in an offseason trade from Milwaukee for Sam McDowell. And if we go to 5 games back in San Francisco with the matchup you just saw, Blas and Marichal. That's it today. Thanks for checking out the Carryover League, and we'll see you next time. Well, baseball fans, here's the box score from Game 1. Marichal, a 3-1 victory over Steve Blas in Candlestick Park. So what happens in Game number 2? Well, folks, you've heard the expression nail biters. We've got a bunch of these between these two teams, for better or for worse. Game 2, the Giants sent Ron Bryant out there versus Bob Moose for the Pirates. Maybe not this particular game. Top of the first, the Pirates finally get some hitting together. A walk, 3 singles, and a walk. It's 2-0. Bottom of the first inning, an error by one of those shortstops. I lose track of them. Taveras. Frank Taveras makes an error, costs the Pirates a run. It's 2-1. Bottom of the 4th inning, a double, a single, a wild pitch, and an RBI single, and the Giants grab a 3-2 lead. Top of the 5th, hey, Willie Stargell comes to life with a 2-run homer. Pirates have a 4-3 lead. It stays this way into the 8th. The Pirates want a road win. They pull Moose after 7. They bring in Ramon Hernandez, part of that two-headed monster in the Pirate bullpen, him and Dave Justy. Leading off in the bottom of the 8th, it's Jim Howarth. Center X off of Al Oliver, you get yourself a double off his 3 defense. He used to be a 4, could have made him a 2. Pick the year, he's a 3, doesn't matter, it's a double. After a couple outs, they hit a ground ball to one of these shortstops. It's still Taveras. He makes another error. Game is tied off the defense, 4-4. Then at the bottom of the 9th, Ramon Hernandez, for everybody's amusement, gives up singles to the first 2 batters, and then Bobby U.S. Bonds walks this thing off. The 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th for the Giants. 7-4. Giants up 2-0. This has been a dark cloud hovering over the Pittsburgh Pirates for quite some time now. But the Pirates go home and things start to change. They start to look up. It is Jim Barr for the Giants, Jim Rooker for the Pirates, and another pitcher's duel. We get an RBI double for Bonds, 1-0 for the visitors, a sac fly by Bob Robertson, tied at 1, stays that way. Today's bullpen work, Dave Justy, 2 innings of relief, nobody reaches. Mike Caldwell makes his Giant debut in the bottom of the 9th inning, though. He gives up a walk, a couple singles, a fly ball, and then with the bases loaded and 2 outs, he walks Richie Zisk, and the Pirates walk off a 2-1 victory, their first win of the year. I wouldn't be pumping my fist about that if I'm a Pirates fan. They barely got any offense together. They only had 5 hits and 6 hits in this game. Game 4 in Pittsburgh, trying to even this thing up. It's Bill Parsons, recently acquired from Milwaukee for Sam McDowell, versus the rookie Alan Foster that the Pirates stole from the Cardinal farm system. Another pitcher's duel, folks. We're scoreless through 6 innings. Both pitchers go 7. Let's start with Foster. He gets a no decision, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, no strikeouts. Bill Parsons has a 1-0 lead in the 8th. He gives up a double to Al Oliver, a single to Stennett to tie the thing. They pull him. Steve Hamilton comes in to face the lefty Willie Stargell. Steve Hamilton does not have any hits on his card. It doesn't matter. Willie Stargell rolled on his. Boom! 2-run homer for Stargell. And Stargell's starting to get hot here. And the Pirates win 3-1. And they have evened the series now. Dave Justy. Dick Kelly gets the win. Ramon Hernandez gets the save in this one. And so we will go back to Pittsburgh for a Game 5. Back to San Francisco for a Game 5. The opening day starters match again. And this is a back and forth affair. So it's a very, very well played series. If you look at the scores and you know, you have a 2-run homer by Clemente in the 4th, 2-0 Pirates. Ground out by Spire scores a run, it's 2-1. RBI single by Rennie Stennett, 3-1. Ground out by McCovey, 3-2. But in the bottom of the 6th, Goodson singles, Chris Spire triples to tie it, Jim Howarth singles to give the Pirates a 1-run lead. Marichal and Steve Blass. Blass's line, 7 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, a walk of 5 Ks. Marichal, 8 innings, 10 hits, and 3 runs. The Bruce Keeson comes on in the 8th. The Giants get an insurance run. It is a 5-3 game going to the 9th. Steve Hamilton, who gave up a homer to Stargell earlier in the series, gives up a single in the 9th, gets 3 other outs, gets the save, and the Giants win 5-3. Very close series. However, I might suggest that the home team won all 5 games. And I always say I don't learn too much about these teams when I don't get a road win. That's where the rubber meets the road, when you get your road wins here. And I didn't see that happen. The home field advantage was enough, it seemed, for all the teams to extend the series to the maximum of 5 games. But congratulations to San Francisco getting off the schneid of a year ago. They win the series 3-2. And for the Pirates, the silver lining is that they are at least a half a game ahead of the Cincinnati Reds in the standings, as both the Reds and Pirates have lost coming out of opening day series. This is what the Cardinals and Cubs have hoped for in the National League North. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.